So students, let's not waste the time. You must have known that ICI had provided some questions earlier in section questions for practice, both in new syllabus and old syllabus. But in new syllabus there are few questions. I think there is 4 to 5 questions only. But in old syllabus there are 65 questions. Let's first find out the reason why ICI had taken such decision. They had neglected their earlier practice manual, which was for May 19 examinations. I think they had totally rejected that practice manual and had told that students appearing for further attempts, ICI hostess questions for practice, try to do from that. There is many thing difference from earlier questions or solutions provided by ICI in their old practice manual and now the question of practice released by ICI. First difference will be that if you see the sequence, the way of answering by ICI in questions for practice, they are far different. They had related each and every provisions and each and every cases according to the sequence. It means they want that their answer which the examiner get in front of him from the students should match with the sequence or arrangement, not 100% but approx 60 to 70% with the questions for practice solutions issued by ICI. So I had taken a major step. I want to discuss all the questions for practice issued by ICI, 65 from old syllabus and 4 to 5 from new syllabus. In this video we are covering new syllabus, and in next video we will cover old syllabus. But I will say in law there is no such differentiation between old syllabus and new syllabus. And you also know after November 20 old syllabus is going to be extinguished fully. Then in such case what will happen? All students of old syllabus have to appear for new syllabus examination if they didn't pass. And do you think they will neglect earlier practice manual? No way. So new syllabus students always try to view the final old syllabus for law. Also let me tell you, many mails I received that regarding integrated case scenario. First things I will tell you, such integrated case scenario is not such a big things. I am giving integrated case scenario to you all for CA final law. Also I will discuss that case scenario in YouTube, don't worry for that. In 2 to 3 days, just in 2 to 3 days you will get case scenario for practice, don't worry for that. And why I am recording all the lectures now in English medium is, as if I know that recording both language will little difficult, but yes, I will surely for chapter, when I will come to record the chapters video, I will try to record in both English and Hindi medium. But when I try to record questions practice, case scenarios, discussions, then I will record in English. Now let's move further without wasting time. This is questions for practice issued by ICI for new syllabus. You can find from ICI website. They are hosted this. Question number 1 saying, what is saying? Please see this. Question number 1. Question number 1 is saying, Mr. Rais has purchased a flat for rupees 90 lakh. In 90 lakhs, Rais has purchased a flat. Where? In the name of his daughter's mother-in-law. Okay. He has purchased flats in the name of daughter's mother-in-law. Not his mother-in-law. He has purchased for daughter's mother-in-law, who is resident of USA. Daughter mother-in-law is resident of USA. However, her mother-in-law was contracted. She denied the ownership of this property. When officers contract his mother-in-law, she denied that property was not her. Discuss the nature of transactions law of Foreign Exchange Management Act. Now, you have to give the validity whether the flat purchase of rupees 90 lakh by Mr. Rais, he was eligible to acquire that and keep that flat. Okay, you have to give this event is valid or not if Rais had did this event. Now you have to answer how. You have to give sequence first. First you have to say any person is Mr. Rais. There is nothing mentioned in this question whether Mr. Rais is president in India or not. We assume if Mr. Rais is resident in India, he can acquire immovable property. There is no restriction to acquire immovable property. He can acquire, but only by way of gift. Only by way of gift. If that was inherited from the persons. Okay. If they had taken from 1947, earlier from 1947, they can continue, but also that time they have to take permission of RBI. Okay, you have to say that they can purchase, okay, from foreign exchange only. They can purchase from foreign exchange currency, okay, if that currency was maintained in accordance with FEMA. Okay, now the questions come whether the daughter's mother-in-law is relative or not, because you have to write that he can purchase along with his relative. Okay, if his relative is a person resident in outside India. Okay, but there should not be any outflow of currency from India. There should not be outflow of any fund from India. Then now, what is the meaning of relative? You have to say relative is what? Relative is husband, relative is wife, relative is brother, relative is sister, and any linear or descendant of that individual. But daughter's grandmother is not a relative. Hence, these transactions will be invalid. Okay. Now let's move to question number 2. What is this saying? Mr. Madhyam was appointed as interim resolution professional during corporate insolvency resolution process. What are the duties performed by Mr. Madhyam in given capacity? This question was from part 1 of video of my one video which I had uploaded in YouTube. Let me tell you one thing from our video, because this was your first video. I think I had taken continuously series with a series of your study material. Okay, you feel very confident when you read our IBC, and this question was totally direct from our notes, or you can say direct from IBC, that this is from section 18. What are the duties? You have to say that IRP have to perform following duties, like they have to go previous 2 years and bring all the finances and operations payment. They have to check business operations. They have to constitute a committee of creditors. They have to collect and receive all the claim submitted by creditors. Okay, you have to give such decision. They can take any steps as they may feel necessary for further proceeding the CARP process. Okay, and one thing never failed to mention, that they have to file informations, whatever they collected, with information utility. Okay, they are the duties mentioned under section 18 of IRP. Now, question 3, let's see. What are the possible actions which can be taken against the persons, properties involved in money laundering? Okay, simple, there are many: search and seizure, freezing of property, attachments of property, if any on. And you can also mention sections 4, that if any person is guilty, he can be punishable with a fine and also with imprisonment, which should not be less than 3 years, maybe extend to 7 years. Also, in note, you have to mention that if such offense is committed under Narcotics and Psychotropics Act, Substance Act, that is I think 1985. Okay, the punishment will be beyond 3 years. That means 7 years to 10 years. You have to mention this. Okay. Now let's move to question number 4. What is this? X Limited was intending to initiate voluntary liquidation proceeding. Mr. X Limited, a company, want to initiate voluntary liquidation. And the questions when come for voluntary liquidation, your mind must branch. Oh, this question is from section 59. Okay. A declaration was made on affidavit of some of the directors of the X Limited verifying the full verifying fully inquiry of the affairs of the company. They gave the opinion that the company will be able to pay its debt in full from the proceeds of assets to be sold in voluntary liquidations. Okay, analyzing the given situation. Okay, comment whether X Limited can initiate voluntary liquidation proceeding in compliance with the conditions given in Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code in 2016. What are the required documents to be accompanied? Okay, state the consequences if the article fixes the period of durations for the company may be carried out that the period expires. What the question is saying? The question is saying that if a company itself want to liquidate voluntary, okay, that also they are okay in saying that they are able to pay its debt in full. There is no any problem that they are defaulting the parties concerned. Then what are the consequences there will be? Now you have to write, okay, the corporate persons if want to voluntarily liquidate under sections 59, they have to verify with affidavit the following, that they have made full inquiry regarding the affairs of the company and they are already able to pay debt, or they had already paid the debt. Either they are able to pay debt after selling of assets, or they are already paid the debt. And also I have to say that the process of liquidation, voluntary liquidation, will not defer any persons or any parties. Okay, and what are the documents? You have to give the reports, valuations report. If you have appointed valuations person, you have to give audited financial statement of business operations of previous 2 years, or if not 2 years, then from the date of company incorporation, whichever later. That means minimum 2 years you have to give. Okay, you have to write this, and you have to say that when we had decided to voluntarily liquidate, we have passed a special resolution in general meeting for considering this matter, that we are going to voluntarily liquidate, and also we had taken a name of IRP who shall be a liquidator. Okay, these are the things you have to mention. Okay, and now you have to say that in this case, in the above case, okay, a declaration was made by XYZ Limited on affidavit verifying that they are okay, they are able to pay debt. Okay, then there is nothing to point to be called as doubt. Okay, now the question is, this point is very interesting. Also state the consequences where if the article fixes the period of durations for which the company may be carried and that period expire. This question is very interesting. Okay, now you have to write, if article fixes the period, then within 4 weeks of passing of resolution in general meeting, okay, you have to state that company will voluntarily liquidate after the expiry of this duration. Okay, after expiry of the durations fixes by articles. Okay, this is the questions. Question number 1 to 4 is all for old syllabus and new syllabus both especially hosted in old syllabus, so I had tell that, especially hosted in new syllabus, though I had tell that I had taken it from new syllabus. In next video I will discuss 65 questions if I see again that my viewer are interested, because I am not going to labor much pain for you if that is not going to be fruitful. Okay. Question number 5. Raman Garments manufacturer enters into an arbitration agreement with its regular customer on the supply of dresses material on the demand in advance. At the time, he holds the term that in case of disputes, they may refer to arbitration. This question is from Arbitration and Conciliation Act, only for new syllabus. Okay. Raman's garment manufacturer fails to make delivery of supply of dress materials to Mr. X, a regular customer. Mr. X already made garments manufacturer aware of his important order in advance. Since Raman Garments manufacturer was not able to meet the said order in well time, he took the plea of theft and setting of fire to the property in the manufacturing units. The said matter was referred to the arbitrations. State the validity of the submissions of such said disputes. What the question is saying that there has come order, okay, but the order was not able to meet. But the person who had made order earlier, they have to further supply, and they had promises that their supply was very essential. But now, due to rejections of order from manufacturer, the another persons face difficulty. Okay. Thus, this will be the case that should be referred in arbitrations. Then now, see, in this situation, you are also clearly seeing that this is a case of non-performance. That Raman Garment, who is a manufacturer, had not able to perform this duty within a time specified in his contract. Okay. Now, just to safeguard himself, he are doing all this act of theft. Just to safeguard himself. It means this will be not permissible. Okay. So, you have to say the submission of this dispute in arbitration will be totally not valid. Okay. It will not be going to be valid. Okay. This was the questions sequence. Okay. Let's see one by one solution if you want. This is the solution. That question number 1 was of FEMA, where a person resident in India may acquire any immovable property outside India. There was a reason that by the way of gift, inheritance. Okay, you can see this. This is the question. I had already discussed all the points. Anywhere, if you get any difficulties in this, then please let me know. Also, if you want the question discussions from old syllabus, that was actually 65 questions, which will obviously take 2 videos. My recording of 1 hour and 1 hour. Even I do more speed, but which is not going to be more fruitful. So I will always throw my recording while practicing the question. Then please let me know in comment box whether you all are interested in not. Okay. Also request my viewer of this channel, then please subscribe our channels and press the bell icon, so that if we reach 1000 subscribers, this is not going to monetize, because there is a condition, there are several conditions to be get monetized. But when we reach 1000 subscribers, we are able to post you some important questions through YouTube post also, so that it will reach to the maximum people at one time. Now, for discussing any important things, I have to record a lecture to discuss with you, to share with you. But if I reach 1000 subscribers, then I can directly communicate with you through my YouTube post. So, help me, help yourself. All the best for your examinations. Thank you.